Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Hope you're all good. Sorry to keep you waiting, but it's kind of it just happens, doesn't it? And it's all my fault. But yeah, part 33 of the chat log. It's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, people can't get enough Lorne, and we can't clearly, which is strange. I was talking about this. I do actually occasionally speak to people in my own personal life, and occasionally mention Lorne as well, which is a bit worrying. But we were talking about. Oh, sidetracked. I'm just joined by Amanda James and Shins Koala today. No Tiffany. She don't like the chat log very much, to be honest. It's a bit too much for her to stomach sometimes. So you're stuck with us three, I'm afraid. So thanks for joining us, guys. Anyway.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. Hi.
Would it be talking out of school if we said where Tiffany was right now?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
It's a general thing. It's funny. Okay, we'll let her tell if she wants to.
Yeah.
It's nothing bad, guys. It's nothing bad.
Yeah, she can fill in the community. She's not hanging out with Lorne. Let's just make that clear.
Oh yeah, she's not in Maine. She's not in Maine. I promise you.
Yeah. So yeah, what was I? Before I kind of distracted myself. Yeah, I was
You
like.
said you were talking to somebody.
I think it was Adam, and we were trying to come up with how many. Is Lorne indirectly responsible for the most content one person has ever created on the internet? Now, this might be crazy, right? But think about how many hundreds of hours of shit there is for one person who isn't famous, isn't a particular, isn't a master in any kind of department. You know, he's not a singer or anything. Well, he's a fucking sex offender. If you look him up on Wikipedia, it's American sex offender. So it's just think about how many. Is there an internet figure or anybody famous that you can think of who's created this? Like even Paul McCartney's probably not got thousands of hours of content like Lorne has. You know, think about how many YouTubers have spent. Just my channel alone might be enough to push it over the edge.
Well,
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, he's
For unintentional
unique for sure.
attention. Definitely for that.
But it's got to be like thousands and thousands of hours of fucking junk, hasn't it? And it was still here. It's going over the chat log, which is I get the most enjoyment out of it actually. If enjoyment is the right way of phrasing it, I think it intrigues me the most, more than the calls or anything like that. I think with the calls, people like to see how far he can be pushed, just how vile he really is. I think people get a certain satisfaction when they hear the very worst side of him. I think it validates what people think about him.
And it's incredibly entertaining to hear him fall for the most ridiculous things and have the catfish just push the limits. There's the new Casey idolized Alex Jones, and went to a seminar and became best friends with him. How ridiculous. And, you know, all the Winnie stuff was just insane. And he falls for all of it. Have you heard the ritual call, Andrew?
The ritual call?
I'm sure you have, Shin. It's called the ritual. It's Winnie is in the hospital and she's dying. And her friend Victor's uncle is like a witch doctor. And he brings her an enchanted pigeon beak or something. And her voice changes all like to a demonic voice. And her nurse puts a crucifix on her chest and it burns her. And Lorne is at work listening to this. And he's just saying, "Get rid of the fucking beak, baby. It's me or the beak. You need to get rid of that beak." And she's like, "But it cured me. It cured me." And so she swallowed it because they were trying to take it away from her. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And it's just another day for Lorne.
Just another crazy day that he's just listening to unfold all these crazy scenarios. I did actually listen to most of the TSA call for the first time. There was a bit. I've got to be the. I was literally, I had the curling bar in the mirror, right? So I was, for some reason I like looking at myself curling in the mirror. So, you want to see how well your biceps are doing. I'm not being too fucking narcissistic here. So I was curling.
We all do that, Andrew.
Yeah, cheers, Shin. I was hoping you'd back me up there, dude. So I was curling, right, and the bit came on fucking, what was it now? Like Lorne saying, run, 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 and then later he's like, slow down, stand still, and I dropped the curling bar on the fucking floor and couldn't continue, and I was like, all the weights fell off. I'm like, this isn't fucking good gym material, this, is it? Like, you really should be listening to David Goggins, not Lorne, being fucked with as I'm, doing weight training. But it was like, you hear the noises in the background. It's like, like the sirens and the craziness. It's like, oh, it's mental.
And
so it's so great you're finally catching up on this stuff.
That's a good call. He tells Casey's brother to punch the air marshal.
Oh, that was it that
and
made
then
me laugh.
Is surprised when he goes to jail.
That's what made me piss more than anything. It was like that where he's like, if I ever get hold of that TSA officer, I'm gonna... he hung up on me. It's like, dude, fuck.
Oh, and then he told him he's a lawyer, not a lawyer. Well, he did call him a lawyer, but he told him he's a probation officer. Like
that's got some kind of authority.
Right. But in Lorne's way, that is the ultimate authority.
Right. He thinks that TSA is like mall cops.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't understand.
I don't even think he sees them as like. Yeah, I don't even think he sees them as like mall cops. I think he sees them as more like customer service. Just people who work at the airport and to make your flight as comfortable as possible. He has no understanding of it.
They're there to serve you.
Outdoor Losers just said Long gave solid advice throughout the TSA call. It's quite good. It's so funny. Oh, it is
Run,
a ridiculous.
Scream, and punch him. Yeah, good advice.
Oh my god, yeah. Right. Anyway, we could be talking about the calls all day, but that's not what we're here for. Maybe we could do a chat about that at some point. Because very quickly, I have been binge listening to quite a bit of Lorne stuff, more than I usually do. I've never really been massively. I think it's because of the new Casey calls and some of the robot calls. It's kind of made me a bit more appreciative of it all, and I think that I didn't listen to a lot of the Ember stuff because of personal sort of issues I had with her. I'm not going to expand on it, but obviously there was some shit went down with my channel going and all that, and it was like, I think it's difficult to listen to, and I don't necessarily like. Anyway, I don't need to go into that, but some of it rubbed me up the wrong way. It's a personal thing. It's not really of any importance to anybody else not listening to it. But I'm able to stomach it a lot more now. I can't listen to Winnie for very long. I think I can do like 5-10 minutes at a time, and then it just gets too much for me. But there is something. I think the interesting thing about it for me is I can't grasp what Lorne is doing there. I cannot understand why he's listening to it and how ridiculous the whole charade is. But I suppose it's not that much ridiculous than the robot situation or even Casey Moreau. Is it really? It's still intriguing to understand how somebody can buy into it all. I think that's why I find it interesting. And obviously, for all the issues I might have with Ember, she was very good at what she did.
That's exactly right. You have to acknowledge the talent. You really do. And again, when it comes to, I can't take much more of this. It depends on the phone call too, but some of them are just bangers for like an hour and a half. And I think she just has me on the floor hysterical. And I introduced somebody to her, to Lornography recently, and Winnie
are they
is
still your friend, Jim?
Yeah, well, Winnie's her favorite catfish. So
I've had relationships and telling them about Lorne.
It's incredibly entertaining and creative. It's kind of came up with.
Extremely.
She does such did such a good job at painting a picture. Like, I don't want to get too far off talking about calls, but the one where she went to the casino,
You're breaking
Jamie
up a
Amy
bit,
stole
Amanda
her money.
James.
You can picture her like in a desert cat, um, trying to get home. You know, she does a great job of putting you in the moment. Of course, it's all and ridiculous,
Oh, you're
and
breaking.
nobody
No.
would believe it except for Lorne. But he buys in completely. Wrote it. You know, I'm the win call or next level.
Amanda
Like you've got a
James,
strong
Amanda James,
stomach
if
to
you can hear
listen
me,
to that shit.
you're breaking up pretty bad. Your
And I know
signals.
she pushed the envelope
I
intentionally
don't
to
think
see
she
how
can hear
far
you.
she could push Lorne.
It's definitely signal's definitely gone.
Amanda, can you hear us? Amanda? I think she lost sound
Yeah, I think her signal's kind of broke
Yeah.
out. She's still with us.
too. Let's take a look. I want to hear what she had to say. Oh, she's gone. There she's
Oh
back
no,
now.
she's back now. Can you hear us,
Yeah.
Amanda?
Sorry, guys.
Your
Just-
microphone,
Yeah, I'm
Amanda.
sorry.
There's something
No, it's
wrong
not.
with
I
it.
don't think it's your mic. I think it's your signal. It kind of went a little bit.
Okay, well, are we good now?
I think we can hear
That
you a little
seems okay,
better.
but we need more.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the most
Okay.
pleasant to listen to out of all of us. So if
I know.
if you go, we're screwed. No
Okay,
offense,
I'm here.
Yeah, right. That's good. Okay. You were talking. I think briefly you were talking about sort of the Winnie character and Ember's kind of talent, really, and you know the way nobody can sort of deny it. She got-
Yeah,
there?
I don't
Oh,
know what
sorry.
you heard, but I was saying she's good. She's good at painting
Okay.
ridiculous
Okay.
scenarios.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Still messing up.
Yeah, you just keep breaking up. It's never really been this bad before.
Okay.
Yeah, just bang your headpiece just on the table. Anyway,
Yeah, we'll crack on and see how we
Fucking
do.
house. I hate
save
it.
that thought, Amanda.
Okay. Well, let me know if you guys can hear me or if
Yeah,
this
well, it
is
seems to be a little better now.
you're
Church
fine.
of Cod Stories in the house. I watched part 2. Thank you for uploading it. It was great. It's another reason
Speaking of
why.
talented,
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, really so well done. Really kind of impressive stuff. If anybody's not checked it out, please click on the Church of Cod story in the chat and check out the documentary
good
and give it
dude,
some
man.
support and share it. So, if I can just switch to the
Got some
chat
trees
log. What's that, mate?
Pam Simpson's just cracking me up. She's giving Amanda some advice. She should cut some trees down around her house.
I'll get on it.
Oh. Anyway, so this bit kind of stood out to us in the chat here, which we kind of left off last time. Rub that part while you're laying in bed tonight and think about me rubbing you. It's just it never fails to shock me, this stuff. Like the sort of there's a number of reasons why this is so for somebody like Lorne to come out with this. You've obviously got the kind of, this is a girl with zero experience who's had her first sexual experiences because Lorne's instructed her to do so. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's not comfortable with it. He's a dirty old pervert, and he seems to think that it's acceptable to have her doing that in bed, but she must think about him when she's doing it.
Yeah, that's for him. He wants to go to bed with that image in his head. And he doesn't care that she's uncomfortable with it.
Rub that. What part is
The
that,
way-
by the way? What is she rubbing? Did we establish that yet? Is it the clits? Is it? I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
even he
know.
knows. I think that's the point. It's just
Yeah,
like,
he
oh,
doesn't
you've got
know.
something that a man doesn't have. Could you just rub it, please? You know.
Rub
We don't
that
want to.
part while you're laying in bed again tonight and think about it being me rubbing it. Huh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like not only does she have to lie there doing this uncomfortable thing that's not very, but she's expressed she isn't comfortable with. She's also got to think that he's doing it. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
A question. Look at this
Yeah,
though.
he makes it.
He won't. Sorry, manager. Just quickly, he won't let it lie. 3 seconds later, 3 fucking seconds? Question mark. 3 seconds after that, please? Question mark. Fucking hell, dude.
Okay, so the question mark was so what do you say, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
And
tonight?
then, but 3
And then
seconds though.
I know he's not giving her much time. And then the please was, okay, before you have a chance to think about it, just do it for me, please. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's all worked up.
Yeah.
No kidding, dude.
He makes it clear it's for him. He has do me a favor. Do this for me. I don't care if you want to do it. I don't care if you like it. Do it for me. There's no consideration for this for anyone, but he didn't even pretend to during the dialogue.
Can I ask you a question, Andrew? Do you have the chat up in the on the screen? All I see it is on
Oh shit.
on Skype. Do you guys see it in the chat?
No, that's
Do you see
me, and I'm
Lorne's
being an
chat?
idiot.
I'm just wondering. All I see is the original thumbnail. Amanda, can you see it?
I'm not on the chat, so I don't know. I'm on the Skype
Okay.
screen.
I just wonder if the
I'll check though.
listeners can see it.
I think.
Yeah, nobody's seeing it, Andrew.
Right. Okay.
Or NCA, I'm assuming he speaks for everyone.
Oh, hang on a minute. Right, I know what I'm doing now. Right, let me try again. Yeah, sorry guys, it's been one fucking technical hash after another. This, hasn't it? Really. But it's what you get from my amateurish put-ons.
There we go.
But here we are. Right. Okay. So sorry about that. But yeah. So that's the sort of comment that we were discussing and how outraging it is. And look at this though, right? 2019-20 question mark. 2019-23 question. Please question. It's like you're exactly right. He's so worked up in this frenzy. It's like I really do believe that. Not that you can judge somebody like Lorne's happiness compared to your reasonable person, but I think this is the happiest, most fulfilled he's ever been and ever will be as well. If fulfilled's the wrong word, but happiest in Lorne world, and that's quite disturbing, but obviously we can laugh. Then Kayla comes back with a case 3 seconds after that. And then 3 smiles. 3's quite a popular number at this point. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 smiles. Not content with the just one, just 3 big smiles. And a rose. Is that
and those emojis
kiss
take a
and a
little
rose?
while to put together too. You know?
It's not a rose, is it? It's like a kiss and a two different kisses. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Night.
All within 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, delete archives. Good night, precious. I love you.
Oh, he
Night,
professes
love
love already. I forgot.
We've been through a lot, dude, in this few weeks
Yeah.
that we've been at it.
Yeah.
Delete your archives. I did. Okay. I wish I had my baby. All right. Okay. So that is the end of this day. So it's 20 past midnight. And then Lorne's back on the internet at 9 minutes past 7.
What time? I want to know what time. Is it like 4 in the morning?
7:09.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I wish you had my baby this morning. God, I miss you, my precious princess. And then Kayla comes back on pretty late, so 9:39. Miss you. Not home yet. Frown.
Real quick, going back to 7:09:08. When he says, "I wish I had my baby this morning. Does he mean in person or does he mean chatting?
I think he means chatting, doesn't he?
I do too.
Yeah,
Because that's his life at that point, isn't it?
Hmm.
Not home yet. Hi, my precious princess. So they don't get to. What was Lorne doing job-wise at this point? I kind of forget because we don't do these very often. Is he doing the afternoon shifts, doing the calling?
No, well, yeah, it is the afternoon. I think he's doing the telemarketing job at this point.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I think he mentioned that he would be getting home later in the night.
Hi, precious. Hi, yay. Who are you talking to? Not even like a hello or how are you or it's straight away. Who are you talking to? Like, isn't that amazing? Like, just straight away, they've not spoken to each other for nearly 24 hours. And he's jealous of the. He's jealous of. Stop cheating, you. He's jealous of 30. You just can't help yourself, can you?
How did he know she was talking to anyone?
Does it not say, like, on your profile, like, like when you go on Facebook now and you can see when someone's typing a message, was there something like that on, or is it because she's not long? I don't know actually, but obviously there's something that tells him.
Well, let's see. He says initially, "Hi, my precious princess," and she doesn't respond for a minute and a half. So that could have been. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, she did. 36. And he says,
and
yay.
Then he responds after yay, which is why there must be, because he's not waiting for her at this point, is there? So there must have been something because Kayla responds with you and Jess. So obviously she says that there's two people I'm talking to, so Lorne can see that she's talking to someone else. Anyway, but I find it interesting.
The conversation began just before 10 until they got to this point. So they didn't have much going on in this conversation. There was a lot of gaps in between. So he could assume that she's preoccupied, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Andrew. There must have been something saying he was active. And I'm not familiar with whatever they were chatting on. But that makes much sense.
Yeah, we're losing you again, Amanda James, a little bit. Yeah, we're not doing that good this week. Fucking internet. You and Jess. Oh, hang on, I want to make a pot of coffee and check my answering machine. Like, what's he going to have on his answering machine? His creditors fucking leaving messages.
Well, why couldn't he have done that when he was trying to reach her before, and she wasn't responded? Why did she have to wait? He have to wait to get her attention, her sole focus on him, and then he's got to walk away. It's almost like a control exercise.
Yeah, and what's weird is, like, if you look at this, at 10:32 and 19, he just says, "Oh," and then over, nearly 20 seconds later, he's, hang on, I want to make a pot of coffee and check my... There's no conversation going on in here. At the minute, it's really flat, isn't it? So Kayla's...
I think he might be pissed. I think he could be pissed.
Yeah,
she's not dropping Jesse for him.
But I was thinking maybe he's drunk. Maybe.
Well,
because
that's kind of,
because it's 10:30. What's he doing making coffee at 10:30 at night?
He drinks coffee all day and all night. It's all he drinks. I'm not surprised at all that he was making coffee at 10:30 at night.
I am surprised Andrew didn't know that.
No, but what I mean is I just think his behaviour so far is a bit, I don't want to say strange, because that's like, there's a normal Lorne, which there isn't, but that's a little bit even more jealous for Lorne. Like, who are you talking to? Without even saying anything, like straight away. And then there's no conversation. He wants to make coffee at 10:30 at night. Unless he's been doing his job, he's been out drinking, I think. Or he's been on the Bud Light. I mean, it's
Yeah, could
10:30.
be.
He's not
But
going to have been drinking, is he? Or he's not
no,
going to have not been drinking. Sorry.
but here's the thing about it. The two things he's asking to do. One, I can kind of understand. Give me a second to make a pot of coffee, get that brewing, and then come back and talk to you. But the second thing, checking my answer machine. When he could do that anytime he wants. Number
Yeah,
one.
and why mention that? Like, and who the fuck's leaving? It's like I said, the only people that are interested in Lorne are his creditors. Like, who else is going to leave him messages?
Right.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to look important, popular to
To a 13-year-old.
Kayla. That's why he
he's-
said it.
Yeah, he's really got to.
Yeah.
He's really got to build himself up, hasn't he? By the way, I love you.
Andrew,
So
by the way, this is a Wednesday morning. Or
Ah,
Wednesday.
okay.
Rather.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't think he was drinking. I don't know.
I think he probably just got home from work. I bet it was
Right.
that call
I think
center
he was
job.
just being a bitch. I think he was just being a passive aggressive bitch up to this point.
no, but
And of course, I'm going to make you wait while I listen to my answer machine, which is an indeterminate task. I mean, how long it would take.
She probably knows not very long. By the way, I love you. So he's turning on the charm here. So he's not totally forgotten etiquette here. So, by the way, I love you. Rose, kiss, kiss. Oh, I love you too. Oh, fuck off. It's so back, baby. Yay, I miss you a lot today. I didn't even want to go to work because I wanted to stay home and spend time with you. Hang on.
Oh my God.
So he must have been, because she's been to school, has she not? Or is she off school? Because if she was up till midnight talking to him, then, but there's no conversation about her school. So he's up. He's saying he wanted to be at home all day talking to her. If she was at school, he couldn't have done that. So does he mean when she gets back from school?
Yeah, he probably meant because he would go to work late in the day and then get home later in the evening, right? So when she gets off school, he's at work.
Yeah.
He's there.
And he would rather
their
be at
schedules
home in front of the
match.
computer talking to her.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because he finished a lot in the evening. I think he did like a 2:10 shift or something, didn't he? I didn't even want to spend time.
Yeah, he did, because he explained how he had to wait for people to get home to bother them with spam calls while they're eating dinner.
It's funny though that he said, I didn't want to go to work because I wanted to sit around and talk to you all day. That's been repeated. He told Casey, or that's been a repeated pattern of his. He told Casey that he almost got fired from his job because he was showing up late to work every day because he had to stay at the bar that Paula worked at until she got off work because he had an interest in her.
Wow. Did you think about me today? Yeah. What did you think about? Sounds like that call list, doesn't it? What did you think about? Stuff. What stuff? Lol. Oh, fuck off with your lols. Stuff we was talking about last night. Oh, this is gonna pique his interest. He's so predictable, this guy. Like, kiss, smile. So tell me your thoughts that you had. That's a strange way of wording things. Be right back. Okay. Oh God, Lon's gonna be spewing there, and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait. What's she been thinking about?
He's not gonna let it go.
No. Guess you're quite busy with Jess. It's so funny that, like, this whole scenario, like, Lon's jealous of 13-year-old decoy friends. It's just.
Jess is Kayla's Maggie Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a familiar pattern in Lon's life, isn't it? Oh my God, no! Oh my God, my dad came in. It's okay now. Oh, okay. Did you put my cam down when he came in? Hang on a minute. The cam. Does he mean that, like, his so he couldn't see Lorne? Because she's not got a cam, has she? Because obviously he can't see her.
Well, she has the control whether she wants to look at his cam or not.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's what I
So
thought. Yeah,
that's what he meant.
yeah,
And he says my cam too. So
yeah, yeah.
I
Good point.
wonder if he's naked. Do you think he's naked?
Well, hmm.
Well, okay. All right. Now he nearly gets caught here.
Yeah, and he's
Okay.
telling her off there. Look at that. Okay, good. Yeah, you need to pay attention, precious. Well, she was. She fucking,
Hmm.
Dad came in. It was resolved. But of course, you know, she's his security alarm.
What is that S thing?
I don't know.
Number. Okay.
Sorry,
Well, Lawrence,
I don't
maybe?
know either.
it doesn't stop Lauren from love bombing right now. So
I love you. I love you too. I want to know about the thoughts you had today.
how
Oh,
fucking invasive is that?
Jesus.
How God, can you imagine having a significant other who wanted to know everything you thought that day?
Yeah, and I think that Sherry Twist is busy with something else at this point because look what's going on here. Kayla says K at 10:47, and Lorne doesn't get a response for several more minutes, and then he freaks out again and rages chatlog style. Guess I'm not going to get to hear about them. Daddy coming back again. Shh. K. God, my parents are buggy sometimes. Lol. Yeah, I'd say tell them to leave my girl. Oh God.
Well, wouldn't that like? I
Ugh.
mean, I don't know. I can't imagine putting yourself in the position of a child predator, but wouldn't that like make your heart skip a little bit? Oh
Well,
my God!
exactly, dude. That's what I'm thinking. Think about the scenario here from a reasonable person's perspective, which is obviously what they always say in law, at least in the UK. Reasonable person obviously wouldn't be involved in this, but just put yourself into the mind of a predator here. There's been some kind of quantum leap fucking situation here. Yeah, tell them to leave my girl alone. So, 37-year-old broke, disgusting pervert who's a fraudster is angry at young girls' parents for checking in on their daughter. Like,
Yeah, because
I feel like strangling the fucking microphone now. Like, I've got hold of
Yeah.
it like I have someone's throat.
she wanted to hear the thoughts that she had that day, and her father's interrupting that. And you're right, Shin. You would think that that would push all other thoughts out of his mind when she said,
I
"Oh,
would.
Daddy came in." You'd think
Yeah.
he'd think,
I
"Oh
would freak
shit,"
out.
you
I just
know.
shut down my computer real fast and then try again later or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But he has no
it's
sense
like
of
he
danger.
forgot. Well, it's like he forgot about it a split second later and went right back to, well, what were your
Right.
thoughts? I guess you're not going to tell me I guess you're busy with your friend and you're not going to tell me. Dude, her dad just fucking walked in. Did you forget?
Yeah, the natural questions would be, hey, is he still there? Are you sure he's downstairs now? Are we alone at least? Something.
Hmm.
I was thinking more of the kind of. I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot here. The moral perspective of him not having any kind of. There's just no part of him that has any kind of rationality to this, is there? There's not one shred of decency that thinks, what am I doing getting angry at this girl's parents for checking in? Do you understand?
But he
That's what
knows it's
pisses me off
wrong
the
though.
most.
When he says, did you take my camera off when your dad came in? He knows it's wrong.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He knows he shouldn't be caught doing that. But I'll tell
100%.
you one thing, this motherfucker is so stupid. If he didn't get caught here, he'd get caught somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, his stupidity is legendary. Literally legendary. Yeah, I'd say tell them that, right, don't tell them that, lol. What? I don't know what he's getting at there. What are you doing now? Talking to you, Kay. Gonna tell me about the thought. Oh my god. Just about the stuff we saw. You can just feel like the fucking decoy is just like, fucking this guy. You know. Yeah, I know. I just want to know what. Right, how many times has he asked that question now since she mentioned it? Because she's dropped herself in it there now. Tell me
He needs
about
a
the.
topic of discussion. He's so stupid he can't carry a conversation on his own.
Well, I think
He
he's
needs
genuinely
he,
curious though, as well.
yeah, well,
He really
true, but
wants to
he
know.
needs her to carry the conversation to offer a subject that he can react to. He has no ability to create anything,
So
and even his question is so vague and ambiguous that you know I might be able to answer your question if you want to know what kind of thoughts you want me to talk to you about, or no, he just says it generally, so he can't even help there.
so she says here stuff we talked about last night. So number one, so tell me your thoughts. Number two, tell me about your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. That's number three. I'm guessing I'm not going to hear about them. Number four. Going to tell me about the thoughts. Number five. Number six. Yeah, I just want to know. It's like in space of like 5 minutes. 6 times he's asked. Yeah, I know. I just want to know about what you thought of the most, lol. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
all
but
of it.
if this goes on for the whole chat, though, he wants to know her thoughts. So
Are you
anyway,
anxious
get
for
used
it
to
to
it.
happen? Is that the best he could come out with? What
Yeah.
is this guy, man? Oh, jeez. Are you anxious for it to happen? Like, what, dude? I mean, we know what he's getting at, but, like, she's not gonna understand what you're talking about here. Oh, God. Help me out, Amanda James. Are you getting as enraged as me at this?
You know what pissed me off is when he said, "Tell your parents to leave my girl alone."
Mm.
And then he thought she was so stupid that he had to clarify, "No, wait, don't actually say that to them because she might have done it." I mean, I can imagine being in the like she's his possession and her parents are interrupting his dirty talk with his 13-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah. Are you anxious for it to happen? Yes. Smile. Me too. What do you want to happen first? You're right, Shin, as well. He's so dull and lacking in any kind of interesting things to talk about. But, like, it's like what Tiffany says in the phone calls with him when he's basically coming out with his bullshit. I just wanted to look out for her. It's like, well, what on earth would you have in common with a 13-year-old? Why on earth would you want to speak to a 13-year-old girl? Nobody of that age has got anything in common. There'd be no... They just wouldn't. What would you say? And it's like, of course, the conversation is going to be, what are you going to talk... Not, what's Lorne going to talk about with her? Oh, Amanda James, we can't listen to anymore. That was crazy. That was like the robot was joining us. I thought Amy was in the house then.
It was pretty metallic, yeah. Pretty cool.
Like, I'm typing. To Rod. What do you want to happen first? I don't know. You decide. Okay. Tell me. Want me to tell you I want it all to happen. Oh my god.
Oh, this is good. Yes.
Yeah, this
Tell
is a
us.
good... Well, we need Amanda James back with
Yeah,
full
Amanda,
voice
come
to
back.
enjoy this with us. Are you there?
She's here.
Yeah,
She's here.
I'm trying.
I
Can
know.
you guys
I'm
hear
stop
me?
trying to...
So sorry.
No, you don't have to apologise. It's just I wanted to... I just wanted you to
Can we-
join us for
If
this
her
bit.
if her mic is working, can we get her to read this part?
Oh yeah.
Oh
that,
my
that'd be
God.
fucking
Get
great.
it.
Yeah.
The rage will come out better, I think.
Right. Okay. Oh my god, this is fucking great. Right, let's go a bit at a time. And no fucking skipping ahead, you Shin. I know what you're like. Do the first
No.
3 lines, Amanda James, please.
Okay. First, I want to make out with you. And while I'm making out with you, I want to start feeling your boobs. Go up your shirt.
This is
we
so
lost her.
disappointing.
Loving this. This is his version.
Yeah, we can't we can't really hear you. You're breaking out too much. I'm sorry
That's
about
too
this,
bad.
guys. Well, we don't usually have these kind of issues prolonged. Every now and again.
Well, it sounds sexy coming from you too, Andrew. So go ahead, man.
No, it doesn't, dude. Do you know what was kind of ironic about that then? Amanda James was kind of like playing the role of the robot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like it was quite poetic.
Okay. Well, I'm here. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to find a good spot. You guys cannot hear me? No.
Yeah, you seem to be a little better, hopefully. But when I say that, it kind of goes again.
Okay.
Right, read the first line again if you can. What's highlighted, please.
Okay. First, I want to make out with you. Then, while I'm making out with you, I want to start feeling your boobs. Then, I want to take off your shirt and bra. You guys hear me? Are we
Yeah.
good?
Yeah. We're
That's awesome. Oh,
you got us all aroused. Keep going.
great. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me read this.
Sorry.
I have children in my home.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, come on, Jesus. Then I want to start sucking on your nipple. Then I'm gonna move my hands down. Then, Jesus, Lord, fucking switch it up. Oh God. Then I'm gonna move my hands down to your pants or skirt, whatever you decide to wear. and take them off. Then I'm gonna take off my clothes. Then
that's a surprise.
come on, fucking Lorne. I hate him. I hate him making me say that. Then
Oh, she cut out at the right time, didn't she? You cut out, and
Yeah, Amanda. Yeah. Oh God, I think we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to come back to this because this is too great of a part in the whole of Lornography to ever skip over. How long does it go on?
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? This is terrible. I'm sorry.
Yes.
My child could hear me, and he was disturbed. So I had to relocate. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
is it the 13-year-old? Because I don't like 13-year-olds. I don't like him.
He's 15.
I don't like it.
Well, he doesn't love us right now. He's going to talk noodles. Don't give him
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not really. You're breaking up again.
Yeah, it's yeah. This we might have to. Yeah, people are having a good laugh in the chat anyway. God, it's just this. Oh shit!
Isn't it interesting the way he covers all the bases? You know, first base, second base, third base.
It's a very childlike way. In case anybody didn't know, it's a very childlike way of explaining it all, isn't it? It's so silly, and I don't even know. I can't even articulate how stupid it actually is. This, and even like, I don't think anybody of any age group, speaking to anybody of any age group, that this would be at least normal, like just the way it's worded, or just the silliness of it, the total, like, who speaks like this? No one.
feeling your boobs.
Can I have a picture of your boobies? Who was it that said that? Ernest Timmons.
Timmons, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start feeling your boobs. This is like almost like he was staring at a couple in high school, seeing what the guy does. It's really weird.
It's funny. All Kayla has to do is come back with, "Wow, you're gonna do all that?" It's just those 6 simple words that are enough to get Lorne riled up, and it's good because that's all he needs to see. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's getting no response. There's nothing coming back, and that's all he needs. Like it's very effective. It's like as far as the job goes for the decoy, she's obviously having to put up with a lot listening to Lorne prattle on and, spending a lot of the time, but he's so easy to keep on there, isn't there? There's no, sophisticated plots that need implementing. There's nothing that needs to keep him on the hook. It's all really straightforward stuff.
But what adult does that to another adult when they're having phone sex? Do they?
Well, that's what I'm thinking of. It's like there's just no scenario where this kind of talk is doable, is there? It's just fucking ridiculous.
No, it's a little more sophisticated, I think, or knowledgeable, experienced.
Then we've not even got to the Mr. Penis patch yet, so I don't know why we're slagging this off. This is pretty fucking tame compared to that. Then while I'm making out with you, I want to start feeling your boobs. It's weird that, because it's like he's talking about what he's going to do, like he's laying out a story. First, this is going to happen, and then he says, I want to start feeling your boobs. It's like he's kind of putting himself in that position now, rather than giving out specific timelines. I want to take your shirt off. I want to start sucking your nipples. Then I'm going to move my hands down. Then I'm going to take them off. Oh, Jesus. Well done. Thank you for giving us this bounty, Lorne. You want me to... You want to do all that? Yes. Do you want to? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Smile. It's so, lame and predictable, isn't it? Did you get excited reading all of that? Yeah, kind of.
Oh, you hoped.
Oh, look at that for a response.
This is the happiest he's ever been in his entire miserable life.
Yeah,
right here.
Exactly. And it was all an illusion, and it ended up getting banged up for 5 years. Oh, my God. He's still there, Amanda James?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
If you can hear me.
Yeah, we're not going to ask you to read any more of this. But it is funny, isn't it?
It's disturbing. It really is. And, it's interesting. He requires so little from her with these responses, like you guys were just saying. But it's the same thing. He's happy to do it all himself. It's the same thing with the pictures and with the webcam. He doesn't get to see any of her. He just got a handful of pictures of different girls, but he's content to show himself. I feel like a lot of other predators would try to get, pictures of the girls, nude pictures, or try to get them to turn on their webcams. But it's like Tiffany said, Lorne is basically talking to himself here.
This definitely sounds like the dialogue of a man who has made love for 2 hours straight too. That's sarcasm. But what happens also he stops at, oh, by the way, let's mention this again. He's got to stick his penis in her. So what happens after that? He doesn't talk about.
He's out of ideas at that point. He's like,
yeah.
he's probably prophesizing. Actually, it's over straight away before it even fucking started for Lorne. Probably at that point, it's like, I didn't realize it'd be over so quickly. Anyway, don't put your head there. Wow, you're gonna do all that? You want me to? Oh, fuck off, dude. You got me all excited. Did you get excited reading all of that? Yeah, kinda. I like that. Yeah, kinda. Just a smile. Which part? Oh God, which part?
That was enough, though. that little bit of feedback, of positive feedback, was enough to really send him to the moon.
Yeah, but like, yeah, kinda isn't really positive feedback, is it? It's not unwavering
Oh,
remark.
don't worry, he won't let her get away with it. Keep going. You'll see.
Which part do you like the best? Hard to decide. Lol. All of it. Smile. Which do you... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's not
Lol.
gonna let
Oh,
Jesus.
my God. Which do you think would be your very favourite part?
Very favorite
Well-
part. Why does he have? He actually made a conscious effort to capitalize very.
And I think-
Stupid thing.
I know, and I think it's difficult for the decoy here because they can't really come back with. They don't want to come back with anything that's too enticing, do they? Like they're trying to be as neutral, or as kind of lax as possible, and they don't.
Yeah,
They don't
a
want her to
child.
come
Maybe
back
a
and
child.
go, "Oh yeah, I really want to. I can't wait for you to start sucking on my nipples or anything like that," because it's not. They want to stay clear of any potential mishaps legally that they're doing what Lorne suggested, which never happened, is that they're leading him on and he's saying no several times. All that, but you know where I'm getting at. You read his excuses, listen to his excuses and all that, and they don't want to be in that zone.
Perfectly.
Oh, of course.
She handles it perfectly.
Yeah, and it's enough for somebody like Lorne. Somebody else might have got bored or suspicious, but for Lorne, like you said, Shin, he just needs that one fucking smile, one kinda, But like, look at what the decoys come back with: just kissing, hugging, about it. And Lorne's come back with good. That's what I was hoping you were going to say. No, it wasn't. You wanted to fucking hear something graphic.
What have you done? Yeah. No, not with other guys. No.
Oh, I misread that.
Right,
part.
I agree.
Yeah, he likes the fact that she's unsullied. He likes the fact that she didn't even, later on in the chat log, didn't even use her own finger, so he gets to use his finger.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That was what I was hoping
Yeah.
you were going to say. Do you think you'll like suck it? I don't want to read this out, and there's nobody listening to me at the minute. Do you think you'll like sucking my... Yeah. Do you think you'll like me licking... Yeah, sounds neat. Do you think you'll...
Sounds neat.
Oh my God, do you think you'll like me sticking my... Yeah. Out of the three... Oh, what is going on
Jesus.
here? What is going
He's
on?
so fucking annoying.
Needs
In
something
addition-
to come out of her mouth. He needs her to parrot him, and with the actual words. He
I
needs that.
know, but take a hint. She doesn't want to parrot the words clearly. Leave her alone.
What is it? He's trying to get out of her? Obviously, he wants some kind of positive, reinforcement.
Well, not just that. He needs her to carry the sexual part of the conversation. He's doing it the whole time, like you said, speaking for both and blah blah blah. But I think he just needs something out of her, just something.
Yeah.
He just wants to read her type dirty words. He wants her to say, I think I'll like sucking your penis the best, Lorne. That phrase
Oh,
would
that would-
stick in his
yeah.
head and
That'd be-
make him the happiest pedophile in the world.
There'd be white stuff all over the camera, man. If that happened.
Mhm.
But what did she
Pots.
say?
And then he has to. Then
Oh,
he
he gave her-
summarizes
it-
it. Luke.
Multiple choice.
Three what?
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
He's got to summarize it. This is amazing. You sucking on my penis,
let's
me
see.
licking.
All
and
three.
Sucking... Let's see. All three. Oh, he's just not getting it. Give it up, Lorne. Give it up.
He did. He'll accept that.
Maybe.
I love you. my
Yep. Now they're
precious
getting
princess.
into love bombing each other. This is good.
No way.
The
I love
most
you
distance.
more than
What the
most.
fuck, dude?
What the fucking hell is that?
It's trying to be a
That's-
kid. It's trying to be.
Yeah. He's trying to be cute. The mostestest, LOL.
Look at this though. Here, you're getting a lot more comfortable with me, huh? Question mark. Lol. Well, what makes you say that, Lorne?
It's the same thing that makes them say you have a crush on me.
And it's not even a question. It's more like an order.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I can imagine. Huh? How does that go, Amanda? How does he do that? Huh?
Huh?
That's it. Thank you.
Did you
Yeah, you're
rub
right.
your...
It's not a question. He's telling her,
Yeah.
you're getting more
Yeah.
comfortable with me. This is okay for us to talk about because you're
Yeah.
comfortable with me.
He's got a... Oh, God. It's just the perfect groomer, this guy. Well, he's not perfect because he's shit at it, but I think you get what I'm saying. It's so obvious. Did you rub your for me when you... I don't like saying that word in this context because when you're talking about it in the context of a 13-year-old, it just seems kind of wrong, even though the girl never existed. It's such a strange to read. I think that's why Tiffany doesn't like it. Did you rub when you were laying in bed last night like I asked you to? So he's kind of reminding her that she had orders.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he should have just replaced that honestly and said, like I told you to.
Yeah. Did you comply with your orders last night? Yeah, really? 3 question marks. Awesome smile. Oh, he's just.
He's in happy land.
He's just too much sometimes, this guy. There's nothing quite like this out there. Awesome. How long did you rub it?
Did she turn on the timer? For 4 minutes and 26 seconds. I timed it pretty long. What a stupid question.
Not long.
Remember,
sorry.
Lorne's all about quantity. Remember? Did you see it long enough? Did you get it long enough? Look at it. Everything's about quantity with him.
Then
Spending time with you, 4 hours.
Okay.
You gave that guy 8 hours.
It's okay. At least you thought about me. She didn't say that. He didn't ask her that. He just asked her if she did it.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah.
Really awesome. How long did you rub it? Not long, sorry. It's okay. At least you thought about me. He's happy with that, Lorne. What did you think about while you were rubbing? Well, what? She wasn't thinking... what did you...
Oh, my God.
It's getting like... It's starting to like frustrate me, this now. It's like, I don't know how much... What are we on now? How long have we done?
Well, like Amanda said, he didn't ask, did you think about me while you're rubbing it? So now he's... The first part of it, he says, at least you thought about me. So that's his presumptuousness thing. Like you must have a crush on me, all that shit. Now he wants to get it validated with the next question, to have her come right out and say it. What did you think about while you were rubbing it? Of course, it has to be him.
You. Smile. What were you thinking about me? Lol. Just you. I wish I could have been... Yeah, and it does. I wish I could have been rubbing it for you. Yeah, me too. Were you able to concentrate on school today? Lol.
There we go.
Yeah, but sometimes I just kept thinking about you. Lol. That's all he needs. That's all he needs. Don't be failing Don't be failing in school though, lol. Were you more anxious to see me tonight or my...
No, I'd rather see a disembodied penis. An unattached penis.
Does Chris quote that to him in the are you happy to see me or my penis? Isn't that what he says in the uncut footage?
I'm sure he repeats it more times in the chat, Lonnie.
I thought he said, are you anxious to see me or my penis?
Yeah, something like that. It was a good impression. That was pretty good, that. Oh, you're a woman of many talents, you. Were you more, or at least impressions of predators and predator-like people from the Church of God?
Yeah, that's all I'm good at.
Well, you maybe not tried to impersonate anybody else, that's why. Were you more anxious to see me? What kind of a question is that, though? Like, what does that actually mean? Like,
Like
you
his
imagine,
penis
like,
isn't a part of him anyway.
It's just interesting. He personifies his penis and makes him two different people, him and his
Right.
penis.
which obviously manifests even further later on, where he
Yeah.
does actually see his genitalia as a separate entity as well as Kayla's.
Right.
Kayla, lol, both. Smile. Want to see my penis now? Okay.
So he's pretty subtle, huh? This is what he was leading up to. This whole thing right here.
Was that good? Like, was she supposed to give it a score out, a performance, a score out of 10?
It wasn't that great.
You
Maybe
weren't
we
doing
can
that well
try
tonight,
again.
Lorne.
Yeah, what does it rate on Penis Spectator magazine?
Oh my god.
He just needs constant validation with these stupid questions. Well, how rewarding is it really for him to see her say, "Yeah, it was cool." I mean, what's the point of even asking that?
Egbert Mandingo has just said this is the part where he says no. It's funny because I was listening to that. I think it was in the part of the Church of God documentary, wasn't it? Where it mentioned that, like, because they quoted one of his videos, didn't they? They showed one of his videos from his YouTube channel where he says, "Yeah, I've been looking for all you know-it-alls. I'm going to find out where I said no." And then he kind of brushes over it, doesn't he? He goes, "I found it, and I couldn't read anymore." You know, it's like, dude. Because it never happened, of course.
It's interesting. MC Sleeves said something I never considered before. He wants to be objectified. It's really weird. He wants to be just a piece of meat. You know, really weird.
Well, I mean,
all those questions are leaning in that direction, though. You know, when he says, "Would you rather see my penis or me?" I mean, that's a perfect example of it.
Well, yeah, that's interesting because he wants to be loved too. He wants to be loved, in spite of all his flaws.
Yeah.
He talks about the pimple and how he's broke in bed and how everybody used him for his money.
Well,
So
he
that's
thinks that's what
important
love
to
is.
him too.
Like what says he objectifies women, so he wants the same in return, right? That's strange.
you ain't kidding.
You know, the male slut thing, is that the same kind of thing, you know, where he wants to be objectified? I should give that more thought. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, but when he talks about the times he was a slut, he says all the girls wanted more with him. They didn't just want to use him for sex. They wanted to be with him and marry him. And he was.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he wants both.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He wants a multifaceted relationship. You know, he wants a bit of everything because he wants to experience it. And if he was a normal person and it was a normal situation, you'd be like, yeah, why not? You know, everybody kind of wants to experience all different kinds of, types of the dynamics of relationships, don't they? You know, the sort of passion and the sort of comfort that you get and all that kind of thing, and, you know, wanting to be needed. It's just part of going through growing up, isn't it? And Lorne wants to experience that, but the problem is there's a huge age gap here, and it's illegal, and he's turned into a predator. You know, he doesn't. It's what it's kind of like. There's I don't feel. How can I put it? So, like, you know when I talk about the fucking sea lion that like goes after the young ones because he's like, Lorne's an incel, isn't he? He can't get any, so he goes after the children. And you would obviously feels sorry for somebody in that situation, but he decides to. You can't feel sorry for him because he decides to do the easiest thing, which is go after the easiest prey, which is what predators do. And I think
Yeah, but
the
he's
thing
a
is,
different kind of animal, though. He's a different kind of animal. He really is. I'm starting to see it. What he wants is a little bit different. I'm not sure if he's completely enamored with the sexual aspect to it as he is the emotional aspect to it. And I say that because, some of these calls, so many times the catfish wants to, have phone sex with him. He doesn't want to do it. He just wants to love bomb for the rest of the time. And also, I mean, Honey Daddy wrote something fantastic. He wants a child to be his mother and to be the experienced partner he can learn from and also control with his insecure baby bullshit.
yeah,
So
no,
I'm not
that's
sure if
spot on.
he's, I think the sex part is a manifestation of the emotions that he's looking for. And I don't think it's that important in his life other than exposing himself. That's it. I don't know. I'm starting to feel that way.
I think it's
Yeah.
an important part of Lorne's kind of makeup here. Also, it's a huge part of it. But I think you're right. It's more. There's more to it than that. Lorne's got other needs than he needs satisfying. Like some of the other predators have already got wives, girlfriends, have had sexual experiences before. Lorne's never had any of that, has he?
No.
It said something about that in the psyche eval. Remember, it said that his attraction to minors, in the evaluator's opinion, is less about like their body, their prepubescent or just pubescent body. It's more about the emotional aspect of the relationship.
Right. Yeah, I tend to agree with that after reading this shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
Yeah.
think it's probably because he's on the same level as a child that age, as far as experience, relationships, and emotional maturity. He's stuck at 13 or 14 himself. I
He
think that's one
certainly
of the
is.
reasons they're so appealing to him.
Yeah, and he still is now, I think. There's certainly been no change as far as we can see. He'd gone backwards, if anything, if that was at all possible. Right, guys, we're going to have to cut it short a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed it. Anyway, I think, there's always something to take away from this. We've had a good laugh at least, haven't we? And seen some pretty crazy shit. And
Might I point out that we haven't had technical difficulties in a long time
well,
with you?
Yeah, well, I got a new computer and new internet. So,
good. You finally got another provider.
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
you.
So finally took people's advice and was like, where am I going wrong with this? Maybe I could change the. Maybe all those people telling me to change the provider. Maybe that's good advice. So yeah, got that sorted. But these things happen. You got people on, three-way Skype. You're gonna get interference and whatnot. So apologies for any breakages in the program,
No, it all
guys.
works, man.
But I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can forgive us
Sorry,
on this
guys.
occasion.
Because remember, there was a time when we were making part 1 and 2 for one stream. For the longest time. This is good.
Yeah.
We got it down now.
Yeah, we've done quite well. We've got through quite a bit, but yet we've only covered in real time a period of about an hour.
Yeah, we're never going to get past this thing. It's like we're in hell. We can't get out.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for sticking with us despite your technical mishaps, Amanda James. Anyway, it is appreciated, and I'm really sorry for landing you in it with your family.
Mwah. Where's mine?
Did you get that? And thank you. The robot came back a second then. And thank you, Mr. Koala. We've not had any technical mishaps from you for a while as well. No pen clicking or eating as well. What's going on?
I'm in a padded room now. Nothing around me. I'm in a padded room now. Nothing around me.
Yeah, I finally cut some trees down. Pee-wee's burnt pizza. Yeah, but
Pee-wee's bird pizza. Where's that? Oh,
but thanks everybody in the chat. I do appreciate you coming along and having a bit of a laugh with us. We will be back. We've got the last part of the site report to do. So when I can get everybody together, it won't be this weekend. Unfortunately, maybe the weekend after we can get to it. So